You guys, I'm officially crazy. It is still Saturday night. I know I just posted the vlog a little bit ago, but I am completely crazy. So today, earlier in the vlog, I showed you my metal Yavin ornament that I went to go get this morning from the Hallmark store, because today was the first day you could get these ornaments. So I went and got it, and I saw they had, you guys see it behind me, I saw they had a Captain America ornament. I really liked it. I'm like, I'm not going to get it, I'll hold off. Was on Facebook just a little bit ago, and one of the girls from Facebook said she said thank Jarvis, her local Hallmark store, broke rules and held a Captain America ornament for her because she did not know if she was going to be able to get one, and they're in limited quantities. Like, each Hallmark store only got so many, and when they're sold out, they're sold out. They're not getting any more. And this particular ornament, like, oh, check online. You can't get it online. It's in store only. Saw that post. And it was literally like just about 7 o'clock. I just added 60-day sub to my SoTaro account. And SoTaro, for those who don't know, is Star Wars The Old Republic. It's an online game I love to play, which I'm about to go jump on and play in a little bit. But I saw that post. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I freaked out thinking that they were going to be sold out of the Captain America ornaments. My mom and my dad are mapping her route to Owasso. So I hopped on my bike, told my mom, Mom, I know this is stupid. I'm going back to the Hallmark store to get the Captain America ornament. Because I'm afraid they might be sold out. And I actually said I'll do it tomorrow. I'm like, no. If I'm doing this, I'm doing this tonight. So I just hopped on my bike. First time ever I have ridden my bike here at 7 o'clock at night. I used to do it up on Mackinac Island a lot. First time ever I did it here. Jumped on my bike, raced all the way. Thankfully the mall's like not even half a mile away. Raced to the mall, got to the mall. Thank Jarvis! I told the lady who checked me out, I was like, I saw them and I was going to wait and just come back later to get one, like next week. And then I saw the post from the girls made Amazons of Marvel, which if you girls are on Facebook and you love Marvel, you love Amazon, you love anything geeky like that, join that group. It is really fun. And she talked about how she was so worried that they were selling out. I'm like, holy Nike. So I raced over and I told her that. And she's like, oh yeah, this is the first one I've sold all day. So this is the first Captain America Avengers Endgame ornament they had sold all day. And I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Our Hallmark store is in a dying mall. Like literally it's Saturday night and there's nobody there. So thank Jarvis, I got my Captain America ornament. Now I just have to wait till October because they're coming out with a really cute Spider-Man ornament. So I've got time. I'm just a little bit of a crazy fangirl. Oh my gosh, last time you guys saw me, it was Sunday. No, what was it? Saturday or Sunday? It's Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday because I had just biked back to the mall and then come home with my Captain America ornament. My other ornament, like I said, for I want to get this year, I have to wait till October. It is a really cute Spider-Man. He's dangling upside down. He's got like a Santa hat on it. I think it's cute and adorable, and wow, my hair is really blonde. Thank you, Sunin. But I have to wait till October for that one. Other than that, I haven't been vlogging a lot simply because it's been, one, I posted like a 40-minute video last week, and I don't want to give you guys like really long videos like that all the time. Two, it's just been insanely hot this week. Summer, I don't want to say finally has arrived. Summer is half over. The tourists are starting to like slow down a little bit and not stay as long. Summer is half over. Tourism season is half over. But this week is like really the first time that we've gotten like excessive heat. We've gotten like up to 85, 88, but it hasn't really been like 90. Today is like really the first day where it's going to be 90, and then tomorrow the feels like temperature in the afternoon is supposed to be like, I want to say 104, almost 110, and it's supposed to be like 102 Saturday. So we are actually under a heat advisory starting at noon, so in just over a half an hour, so about 45 minutes, no, I don't know, just over a half an hour, 45 minutes, we start a heat advisory, and that actually goes until 8 p.m. Saturday night. This heat is supposed to break Sunday, and you know it's hot when I was checking MLive and they talked about this. MLive actually said in the article about this heat wave that's going to be too hot to even rain. Now, we do have a chance of rain today, tomorrow, and Saturday, but they're saying don't bet on it because it's going to be too hot to even rain here, which is bad because we Desperately need the rain. By the way, I hope you guys like the little clip I included. Of course, hottest week of July, maybe the year, is the same week that they are doing a LPGA, the ladies version of the PGA, which I think is the LPGA. I don't know. It's the ladies version of the PGA. They are doing one of those tournaments at our country club, which is actually just like 2 miles from where I live. It's just down the street. And that started, I think, Monday, and it goes through the 20th. Yeah, so started Monday, it goes through the 20th. So they have picked a really great week to do that, because the last 3 days are going to be miserable, today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So yesterday, out of sheer curiosity, because I usually bike that way anyway, and I decided yesterday just to do a quick bike ride because it was getting warm. And for fun, I decided I wanted to go check it out. So Eastman goes right by the country club, and they actually have the country club golf course is laid out that kind of almost bumps against Sugnit and Eastman, which are the two streets that border it. Like the country club is on St. Andrews, and then you have like the golf course, and it bumps up against like the cemetery and all this other stuff. Like the maintenance for the country club is actually off of Eastman. So you have Eastman that goes right past the west side of it. So you can kind of see, you can see the golf, you can see the holes in the tournament, you can see all the tents. Like they took up 2 church parking lots full of stuff for the tournament, and they have public parking like at Dow Diamond, at churches, at pretty much everywhere is public parking for this event. And then you still need like credentials. And then I said, okay, I'm going to cut across Sugnit, because Sugnit is not as busy as Eastman, and it's a little side street, and there's a sidewalk on the north side, but you still have a pretty good view. So I was biking, and I stopped, and that's when I caught that golfer. I don't think they're anybody famous. I couldn't tell. I don't know anything about golf. I just thought it was cool, so I stopped for like 5-10 minutes and just watched a couple women do a hole. I don't know what you call them. So that was kind of cool, and I took a picture and I sent it to my mom, who will be coming home tomorrow. We cannot wait to see her. So we're really excited. It sounds like she's learning a lot, so I'm really pumped. And I have my interview today. Hope it goes good, because my brother and I are getting so frustrated at Staples, where we both work. And I think at this point we're about ready to throw in the towel, but I don't know what to do. I'm kind of confused, but to make me less confused, dun 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 dun, I hold in my hand my dad and I's tickets to go to the Loons game August 10th. He's going for baseball. I am going for baseball, and it is Star Wars night. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know I have done this 2 other times. I did it in 2017. I did it in 2018. I had an absolute blast. Last year was really amazing, because last year I got my picture taken with, like, in one picture it was like me, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, I think an X-Wing pilot, a stormtrooper, Chewbacca. I got to, oh my gosh, it was amazing and awesome, and I love it. So I'm going again this year, and they do a meet and greet that's available to 100 people. So first 100 people who call this number can do this meet and greet. That's for like an hour, half an hour before the game officially starts. You go up to like this little lounge type area, and you get to meet everybody who's there in costume. You have a chance to win a jersey and la da da da. It's about $10. Not too badly priced, except my dad does not like at Great Lakes Loons. They have like the variety of seats, and one of the things they have is long, which is like $7, and you just sit on grass in the outfield, which is nice. I enjoy it because it's cheap. My dad prefers to sit in the box seats, and those are $10. Still not that bad. But when you take into account $10, that's 2 box seats, that's $20, that ended up being $23, which is service fee. And then also the fact that the meet and greet is another $10. Even if it was just me, that's going to be about $33, which if I'm spending that much money, I would rather get the tickets than go to the game and get like food and a drink and a souvenir, because I'm not eating before we leave, because we're probably going to leave about 6 so we can get there at 6:30, because gates open an hour before it starts. So I would rather spend that money on like food and a souvenir and stuff like that, instead of spending it on a meet and greet, which granted I would like to do a meet and greet. I think it would be fun, but one, it would just be for me, because like I said, my dad's not a Star Wars fan. He doesn't know what Star Wars is. So it'd just be for me, and I really don't want to do that. even if I just bought one for myself, I still feel like I'm leaving him out. So I'd rather just not do the meet and greet. Also, I think it's so much more fun meeting the characters on the concourse. Even if I don't get any pictures with characters this year, I'm okay with that actually, because I've gotten so many in the past year. If I got pictures with characters, that would be awesome and amazing. But just by itself, I am totally fine with not getting pictures because I'm just there for the experience. Getting pictures, awesome, great, would be thrilled. Not getting pictures, I'm okay with that because it's just for an experience, and it's really the only thing in this area that we do that is Star Wars or any sort of geek thing. Next weekend, they are doing a video game expo at the mall, which I will probably go check out, just out of curiosity. But most of the times in Midland, they don't do a lot of like geek-centric, nerd-centric stuff. So Star Wars Night is like the biggest Star Wars event locally, because all the conventions and stuff, they happen like in Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, and Detroit, and like not here. So I'm excited, even if not doing the meet and greet. I think it's worth it just to go, because I think with the meet and greet, you do miss out on some stuff. And then I'd feel guilty because I'd still want to get more pictures, and well, so I can do it. If I don't get pictures, like I said, I don't care. I'm just happy. So, yay, that is pretty much it for today. So I got our tickets. I'm really excited. My dad likes to sit by the Loons dugout. I like to sit preferably in shade and on the end seats, especially with it being Star Wars night, because I will be up and down a lot. And so I was able to go in, and I found 2 end seats in a section that is by the Loons dugout. I think they're undercover, so oh, they're not undercover, but I did get 2 end seats. I'm happy with where they are. And plus the game starts at 7:05, so I'm not that worried, because you can see from the map the stadium the back of the stadium is to the west where the sun sets. So as the sun goes down, and this is an August game. I think this is the latest they've done this. So it's probably already going to be setting by the time we get there. So I'm not too worried about getting sunburned. And so, yay, I'm excited. So I got those tickets. So I'm really, really happy. I got the tickets. I'm pumped for Star Wars night. I am currently watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Netflix. I decided to break down and watch it. It is a really good show. I am enjoying it, and I've heard the later seasons get better, so I'm looking forward to that. However, I did not expect it to be so dark. Okay, Marvel movies, MCU movies do tend to be on the darker side a little bit, but oh my gosh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just darker on like a whole nother level. And I told my brother I can no longer be writing. Like yesterday I was writing, on Tuesday I was writing something while watching it. I cannot do that anymore because I was scaring myself, because I was only because I was paying attention to the show, but I was also focusing on the story, on the chapter I was working on. And it was like a particularly scary episode, so every time something went bang or there was a loud noise or something, I literally jumped. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is dark, and it's slightly scary to me because it makes me jump a lot. But I'm enjoying it. I love it. It's exactly what I love in my stories and my shows. Very hard-hitting, lots of deep lots of interesting backstories for characters, lots of character development, lots of like strife. So I'm really, really excited to see the show going forward. So, plus I love the Stan Lee cameo. I thought that was amazing. So, I'm going to get going. I will probably check in for a little bit tomorrow. Tomorrow after I go for my bike ride, I am not planning on leaving the house at all. None. None. I'm staying inside pretty much all day. So I will check back in tomorrow for a little bit. And so, yeah, talk to you guys later. So in case you guys were wondering why in the clip before this I filmed myself walking on my tiptoes, this is why. I have a gigantic heel on this, gigantic heel. I have a gigantic blister on this heel, which is so bad that it's literally popping the blister band-aid off. Same with this heel. They are huge and massive. And then I also have used regular bandages. I have a blister on this toe, and I had a blister on this toe. Yeah, so that was why I was walking on tiptoe. Yeah, that was not fun. Okay, so I am like the most airheaded, absent-minded person. Sorry about that. I know. And when I'm in a hurry, I will sometimes not put on socks. So I have actually this really bad habit of putting on like tennis shoes and dress shoes without socks and then going for a walk. um so it's like I will just like not wear socks. I'll just put on my shoes and I will just go. And of course, they're like almost a mile sometimes. So yesterday I had my job interview at the Buckle, which I think went well. I don't know. They told me I would hear Friday because it was Monday. So I was interviewed yesterday and was told since it was Monday I would know Friday. And I'm like, it's not Monday, it's Thursday. So probably sometime next week, more realistically. But I had decided since I was walking to the mall, I have a pair of wedge heels that I will sometimes wear. And I'm like, I'm not going to wear my wedge heels because I'm walking to the mall and I know those will give me a blister. Because I don't wear socks with those. I will wear tights with those. But since it's so muggy out, I didn't even feel like wearing tights. So I just wore my blue dress with black leggings. And so I did that. I'm like, I'm not wearing my wedge heels because I know for sure I'm not going to wear socks with them because it will just look ridiculous. So I'm going to wear my flats, which I have a pair of black flats, which I really like. And they're my other go-to dressy shoes. They're the ones I usually wear for church. In church, I will usually throw socks on for some odd reason. But because of the dress I was wearing, I decided, by the way, I love my nails. I decided not to wear the socks because I thought it would look ridiculous. And I do know they make no-show socks, which are not supposed to show with certain shoes. However, with the way these shoes are, I feel like they would still show. So I never gotten them, and I just don't think it would work for some pairs of shoes. So I just put on my flats without socks, and I just took off, and I got like halfway to the mall. On my way to the interview, I'm like, my feet kind of hurt. Got to the interview, sat down, and everyone went okay. I start leaving the mall, and I realize, I'm in a lot of pain. So I keep walking, get out of the mall, get onto the street, and I look down, and I'm like, And I lift up my heels, and I notice I have massive blisters on each of my heels, which already look like they popped, but they hadn't. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my feet hurt so much. And I notice my pinky toes are hurting. I'm like, how can I walk in these shoes? Because one, the shoes are actually too big for me. The vast majority, it's only recently I've started buying shoes that are my correct size. So most of my shoes, like my heels, my tennis shoes, my flats are a size too big, are about a half size too big. And I generally do that on purpose, partly because if my feet swell, then I have a little bit more room, but also I don't know why. I have just always bought my shoes bigger. So these shoes are too big, but a half size too big. I'm about a 9.5, and these shoes are, I think, are a 9.5 and a 10. And so my shoes are too big. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And then I just decided to do what I used to do when I was younger. And when I was younger, I used to walk on, like, not my tippy toes, but my toes, like my toes, but I call it tiptoes. So I'd walk on my tiptoes. I don't know why I did that as a kid, but I did it a lot. I'm like, you know what? I can do that. So that's actually what I was doing for like the last little bit home from just about the bridge, because there's a bridge that way that leads on Eastman that leads to the mall. So I said, okay. So I walked on tiptoe from the bridge to the corner, went flat foot again. So I was doing this, and then I went flat foot, and then crossed the street twice, and then went back to this, and did this the rest of the way home. And then when I got inside, I went flat again so I could walk on the staircase. I came inside, I'm like, Erin, give me like 15 minutes. I have to fix my feet. And these are like the third pair of blister bandages because it was so bad. I popped the blisters. I know you're not supposed to do that. I do it. I have not yet to break myself of that habit. And they was bleeding. So it was not fun. It was, I am in so much pain still a little bit. My mom is like, stay off your feet so that they heal. So I'm like, okay. So I skipped yoga this morning in favor of a bike ride, which the shoes I wear for my bike ride, I don't wear socks with because they're not meant to wear socks with, and they're actually nice. And they're just slip-ons. And they put a little bit of pressure, and then when I was biking, it was fine. And then I got down by our library because I was going to do a really long bike ride today. And I got down to the bike library, and on the other side of the library is this Molecular Institute thing. I don't know what it is. It's just a weird-looking building for super smart rich people. And I got there, and it just started raining. And so I stood there for like, I want to say 5 minutes under trees waiting for it to stop raining, and I heard thunder on board. I'm like, I I checked the radar. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to cut my workout short. So I only did just under 5 miles today. But I think I burned like 300 calories, so that's good. So I burned off my breakfast at least. So I did that instead, and then I came home like, I am not doing yoga. My feet, I don't think my feet would be able to handle any form of yoga I do, so I'm not doing it till tonight, till I go to bed, because it hurt last night a little bit when I was doing yoga. So I'm like, I'll just skip yoga today. And tomorrow's Saturday, and I don't do yoga anyway, but I usually do my 4 miles and walking / jogging / not really doing walking, jogging. But tomorrow I usually do my 4 miles. I am skipping that tomorrow because of my blisters. And like I said, it's so bad that the blister bandages are actually popped off. So the top parts are like not adhering to the skin, and they're like getting all that crud everywhere. It's not fun. We have a lot of gauze pads, but we don't have like any paper tape type stuff. So if we had that, I'd just be putting on gauze pads. But hey, whatever. So yeah, that was my Thursday and my Friday, and this is probably gonna be my weekend. But yeah, and we're just chilling inside. My brother and I are under strict orders not to set foot outside at all for the rest of the day because of the heat. So tomorrow I'm gonna get up early again, have a protein shake. I decided to start having protein shakes around because I do have this tendency. There are days when I'll just eat a ton of crap food or a lot of food, or like we'll go out to eat multiple times in a week and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. I've got to have something where I at least have one meal that's relatively like really light. Like we have gone out to like, when we went to Holton Lake, we had lunch and we didn't eat lunch till like 3 o'clock. And then we came home and I'm like, I don't want dinner, but I have to have something. So I hit upon the idea, and I got the idea from the Binghams, the Sour Bingham. They suggest they do protein shakes. I'm like, you know what? I'll try protein shakes. They have like 1 gram of sugar. So I grabbed a 4-pack of Premier Protein and chocolate, and I actually liked it. So since I like it so much, I'm going to next time think I'm going to go get the Equate version, because we don't have the bigger boxes of Premier Protein here. So I'm going to get like the Equate protein shakes, which are pretty much the exact same thing, just cheaper. And I'm just going to have those on hand. Like I had one for breakfast yesterday, and it was really filling, and I loved it, and it was so good. So I'm just going to have one for breakfast tomorrow. I maybe have a third one on my cheat day, which is Sunday, and just have something that if I eat late or if I eat a lot of food at one meal and I'm hungry later, this way I'm not like totally stuffing myself full and overeating. But yeah, so I'm glad I found those. I'm also glad today, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to like totally out myself as like totally beyond geeky. But they dropped 17 hours ago the trailer for Cats, the movie, which my brother and I are both tremendously excited about. He's like, why are you so excited? Cats is a musical about cats. The thing is, my brother and I, back in the day when we listened to cassette tapes, my mom had a cassette tape of Andrew Lloyd Webber songs. And the first song I can ever really remember distinctly singing along with is Music of the Night. That should tell you something. So my brother and I grew up listening to Andrew Lloyd Webber music, except she would not let us listen to anything from Jesus Christ Superstar until we were like in junior high or high school. So I grew up listening to Andrew Lloyd Webber, and in fact the first musical I ever saw was they released a few of his musicals on VHS tapes. So they filmed a couple of the performances. They did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat with Donny Osmond, which I was obsessed with during junior high and high school. I was obsessed with that musical. And Cats. And Cats was the #1 musical both my brother and I were absolutely obsessed with. My brother and I both loved Cats. It was the first musical we ever saw. We were absolutely in love with Cats. We sang the songs from Cats. We tried. It was awesome. We loved it. In fact, I had a VHS copy. We found one and I bought it, and I think we watched it till it wore out. I checked out the Cats soundtrack from the library so many times. I thought it was like the best thing ever. And my brother's favorite character is Mr. Mistopheles, and like we both legit want to get a tuxedo cat so we can name it Mr. Mistopheles. So I had heard rumors about them, and we both actually have the book that Cats is based on, T.S. Eliot's Book of Cats. We love that book. It's amazing. If you have a chance to read it, it is really, really good.
But I had heard a rumor about them doing Cats into making Cats a movie. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool, but how would it work? I mean, a lot of people, even though Cats is a really, really amazing musical, the music, the dancing, everything about it, and the story is just wonderful. It's like a lot of people are still kind of weirded out by it. So I was like, how is this going to work? And then yesterday I was on Twitter, and today even a little bit, I saw people talking about the trailer for Cats and how a lot of them were kind of creeped and weirded out by it. I'm like, I gotta see this. I didn't do a reaction for it, but I did. I went ahead and watched it. And my brother, whose room is next to mine, he heard the music. I'm like, I'm watching the trailer for Cats. And give me a minute, Dad, and I'll text you. And we're like, huh? And so he came in and we watched the trailer together, and he's excited. He's excited for the music and the tech behind it, how they're doing the Cats. It looks really good. So I'm super excited. So I cannot wait for Cats. So I'm going to get going, you guys. This will be it for this week. So I will post this tomorrow, Saturday. So I have no clue what's going on. So I will talk to you guys later. Everybody stay safe, stay sane, and talk to you next week. Love you lots. Bye. Oh, sending you lots of love, hugs, and prayers. I almost forgot. Bye-bye.